Oops. There we go. That ought to do it. Angelo Ball, yeah, I know. Okay, now we're good, 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 good. We are officially live. So welcome to Valley of the Suns Live, the weekly edition. My name is Adam Ames. I am your host. I am your site editor. I am your friend of the Sun. Welcome to our weekly catharsis. Everybody say it with me. The Suns have lost 15 games in a row. That is a franchise record. Blows the previous record of 13 losses in a row, which they set in 1996 at the tied again in 2015-16, tied in 16-17, and then obviously broke it this year in 17-18. So yes, everybody go home. There's a good chance they go 0 for 19 to end the season. However, well, we suck on purpose. That's the key. However, they do have Sacramento next. So that is, where do I have their schedule? Here we go. They do have Sacramento coming up next, so I mean, there's a chance that they can pull that one off. Sacramento's no good themselves, but and it is at home, but they haven't been playing Booker. That is on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Okay, so here's my gut on that because they're not playing Booker, they're not playing Warren. We're about to beat the Kings. I can feel it, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's really not the worst thing in the world. But hey, real quick, while we're all here, please heart, please like, please retweet, please text everyone and go. Come on, let's join Valiant Sense Live. Join the conversation. We're going to talk a lot about these final four games here. And they could definitely beat Dallas as well. But I'm just saying, like Sacramento, like so it's Sacramento. That's a winnable game, I think. I mean, granted, again, they're probably not playing Booker. They're probably not playing Warren. They're probably not playing Line. I mean, it looks like they're freaking sitting everybody. Then they get Sacramento again. It's at home, and Golden State again at home. Those are probably both losses, no matter what. And then they have Dallas, so which is on the road, the last game. So now here's the thing: the Suns' magic number to clinch the best, or excuse me, the worst record in the NBA is only 3. So it's a combination of 3 Phoenix Suns losses and 3 Memphis Grizzly wins will clinch the best record. I keep saying the best. It's habitual to say the best because you want to have the best, but the worst record, and then the best reverse standings record, if you will. So even if the Suns beat the Kings, lose to New Orleans, lose to Dallas, so long as Memphis wins one of their, yeah, 3 Memphis wins too. So long as Memphis wins one of their final 5 games, which I have the schedule here, they play at the Pelicans, then they play Sacramento. Daniel House Jr. is a goat. Then they play Detroit. Then they play Minnesota again, and they end the year on against Oklahoma City. So they've won 2 out of the last 4. They've won 3 out of their last, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 3 out of the last 9. But that's certainly a better clip than the Suns. So who knows? If they beat Sacramento, that pretty much just clinches it. So truthfully, what'll clinch the worst record for the Suns will be if they lose to Sacramento, because they're going to lose to the Pelicans, I presume. They're definitely going to lose to the Warriors. And that, so those 3 losses in a row would clinch the worst record for the Suns. But if the Pelicans win one more game, the Suns then can beat Sacramento and beat Dallas, and boom, so long as they lose to New Orleans and Golden State, by the time they get to the Dallas game, they'll have already clinched the worst record. So, they're kind of controlling their own destiny at this moment, just because Memphis has won those 3 games in the last, how many weeks? 3 games in the last, it's 2 weeks. They beat Denver on March 17th, and then they beat Minnesota and Portland back-to-back. And, Memphis fans, all 13 of them, really, it's just the wives of the team. Those are the only fans Memphis has. But I'm sure those fans are just going, what the hell are we doing? Why are we beating Minnesota in Minnesota and then Portland as well? So that, to me, the Portland one was the most surprising, because Minnesota all year, I mean, the fact that the Suns have beaten them, they obviously don't get up for every game. So we are 5 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please text everybody, go jump on in. So again, the magic number to clinch the record, yeah, no chill. The magic record to clinch the worst record and the best odds at drafting DeAndre Ayton is 3. Of course, it doesn't look like Bucks picking a convey. Suns never. Well, it's not the worst thing. Knowing that the Suns select Memphis will still get the number 1 pick. Oh, I know. In fact, I actually wanted to look that up. Let's see. NBA lottery results all time. The Bucks pick, it's not the worst thing if it doesn't convey. Just because, do you really need the 15th and 16th pick? Thanks, brother, for the super heart. I appreciate it. Do the Suns need those picks, both of them, I suppose it would be nice to have them to maybe trade up, but I mean, do teams really want to add two mid-first round picks in a year? Let's say if the second part of the Suns contacted, whoever at number 10 and said, hey, there's a point guard there. Well, you take 15 and 16. Does the team really want 15 and 16? So where the get players will be there, and Buck's only going to get better. I'm not a bro. Oh, my apologies. All I can see is a little picture, and believe me, bro is basically just, pejorative for anybody. But so I mean, I suppose I would rather the pick, but trade those picks. And that's the other thing. So I've been saying that I would trade one to try to move up in the draft, especially if they finish the second or third pick. You can have that pick to then kind of sweeten the pot. Let's say the Suns get the second pick, they can contact Memphis and say, hey, we'll give you the second pick plus the 15th pick, and then have the 16th pick to then try to trade for a veteran as well. Maybe you can trade that to get rid of, maybe like a Brandon Knight, but I do want Brandon Knight back. If we don't get the first round pick, you think it depends on where they're selecting. If they're first, it's Ayton. If it's first, they're Ayton. If it's second, it's probably Doncic, although I could definitely see them going, Bags. And if it's third, then it's whoever's left. I mean, between Bags and Doncic. Then if it's fourth, that's really where it gets a little dicey because, who do they love anybody at 4? I'm really not sure who anybody loves at number 4 league-wide. So I just wanted to look. So last year, Philadelphia had the first overall, or had the best odds, the number 1 overall pick, and of course they stuck. The real jam is going wicked slow. I mean, why not take it this year? Probably will be awful while it's back in 11 and 16. Take it this year? I don't understand. Say that one more time. I'm not exactly sure I understood what you mean by that. So I am just trying to find the results because the last 2 years I know that the number 1 overall seed kept the first overall pick. All-time standings. Maybe this is what it is. No, it's the Nets that had the best odds at 1. No, last year was Philly, wasn't it? He's talking the Bucks pick? Yeah, well, again, I mean, I could see it either way. I suppose I could keep it. Like I said, I kind of want to keep it because, again, you can use one to trade up if you can. Use the other one to trade for vet. Even, use 2 to trade up. Who knows? Maybe it would take, let's say they had the 3rd overall pick and, to get DeAndre Ayton, you got to trade them both. I mean, it's like done. But I'd rather get the pick this year because I think they'll be pretty good for a while. Yes, okay, I see what you're saying. If the Suns don't get the first overall pick, the draft is officially rigged. Yeah, very possible. So 2015, I don't think it falls 11 to 16 again for a while. No, the Nets were the worst team. The Celtics were right to switch. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. So 15, Minnesota had the first pick, and they got it. 14, Milwaukee had the best odds, but Cleveland got it. Milwaukee dropped 1. 13, Orlando had the best odds, but Cleveland got it. Orlando dropped to 2. Zach got the 3rd pick with Philly. Yes. Charlotte in 12 had the best odds and went to New Orleans. Charlotte dropped 1. 11, Minnesota had the best odds. It went to Cleveland. Minnesota dropped 1. So that's the thing. For like a number of years, the first best seed, the best odds, the number 1 seed dropped to 2. New Jersey in 2010 at the best odds. They dropped to 3. John Wall went first. 2009, Sacramento at the best odds. The Clippers got it. Sacramento dropped to 4th. Blake Griffin went first. Hasheem Thabeet went 2nd. James Harden went 3rd. And Sacramento, who again had the worst record, ends up with Tyreek Evans, which isn't bad, but it's certainly no Blake Griffin or James Harden. And then, of course, who goes 7th? Steph Curry. 2008, I'll just go back 10 years. Miami had the best odds, but Chicago leaps them from 9, and they jump all the way up to number 1. Miami drops to number 2. Derrick Rose the pick. Then Miami took Michael Beasley. Russell Westbrook was selected 4th. Kevin Love was selected 5th. So they really did get hosed. Yeah. I'll do one more. 2007, Memphis had the worst record, but Portland won. Portland took Odin. Seattle took Durant. Atlanta took Al Horford. And Memphis, who had been first, dropped to 4th, took Michael Conley. Some of that at least worked out for them. Certainly no KD, but something. We're guaranteed to get top 3. Nope, top 4. You can drop to 4. And that has happened twice in the last decade. New Jersey dropped to 3rd in 2010. Sacramento dropped to 4th in 29. I don't know if that's a thing to say 29. And then Memphis dropped to 4th in 2017. Portland dropped to 4th in 2006. I said 17, I'm sorry, 2007. Portland dropped to 4th in 2006. Atlanta dropped to 2nd in 2005. Orlando won in 04. Denver dropped to 3rd in 03. So, I mean, it's honestly the number one overall, the best team, or excuse me, not the best team, the worst odds. I mean, it's rare for them to get the number one overall pick. It has happened recently, but so what's there to talk about this week? Well, Robert Sarver is officially selling the Suns. Well, that's a huge deal. Robert Sarver is officially selling the Suns. I mean, that got a lot of talk yesterday on the Twitterverse. So that was really neat. No, I'm just kidding. That was my April Fool's joke to the community. I thought it was a lot of fun to write. I thought it was a good post. I had a lot of people very angry, but I can take the heat. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. So real quick, we're about 10 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share. Text everybody. Go, yo, let's talk Valley of the Suns. You too. That got me so good. I'm telling you. And I thought of doing something else like almost block the page. Oh, come on, Zappy. There's gonna be some pissed off fans if we don't. Yeah, I'll be one of them. Believe me. I didn't even realize until today. I think they was gonna give first overall pick to big market team like Atlanta. Well, Phoenix is a big market team. Read the whole thing with a smile. Oh, read the whole thing with a smile until the end. Not cool, bro. I for nothing. You guys are great. I love it. I had so much fun writing that. I knew I was going to get a bunch of people. I thought of doing something a little less, like, brash. I hope Ayton is ours. I was thinking of talking about something along the lines of inside sources say Dan Marley will be the next head coach or Jay Wright will be the next, something like that. But I just figured that Robert Sarver pair, it's just too low to not pick. That was a great one. Thank you very much. You got me for a second. I got excited. Good. That means I did it right. I was trying to. I really was. That's what makes a good April Fool's. I wanted to fool you. Actually, I did want to talk about something in particular in regards to the Suns number. If they get the number one overall pick, and if they get Ayton, that's exactly it. Not 2.9, but 2.0. So DeAndre Ayton said, "I'd like to play for the Suns. I'd love to play with Devin Booker. I'd like to set up, Shaq Kobe 2.0. Look at his smile. I'm so slick. I'm telling you. Hey, I'm a writer. What can I say? I was really glad I got those quotes too. Those are pristine quotes. But Shaq and Kobe 2.0. And here's the funny thing. Who did Shaq and Kobe have as a wing? What color would be orange be if it wasn't called orange? Huh? What color would an orange be if it wasn't called? It would still be orange. Bring Phil Jackson back. That would have been a fun one. Shaq and Kobe, they might have had Big Shot Rob, but they didn't have Clyde Drexler. And that's kind of the fun thing in my mind, too, is that, yeah, I know Josh Jackson's no Clyde Drexler. I mean, at least yet, statistically, as a rookie, he's actually better than Clyde Drexler was. If you want, I can make those comparisons. But, in fact, let me do that for you. Just rookie stats. But, I mean, that's the thing. Since they have Josh Jackson, and, of course, Eddie Johnson has been calling, we need a Derek Fisher. Well, we just need a point guard of any kind. And, Eddie Johnson's been calling him, it's just not like calling him as in saying he is the next Clyde Drexler, but he has been comparing him a lot. I'd be happy. Oh, I'm so happy we didn't trade him. He very well could be. I'm trying to get Clyde Drexler's stats up. What in the hell? There we go. All right, Clyde. So I'm just looking at rookie year stats. By the way, this will be a post here in the next couple of weeks. It's been ages, Mr. Richard. You work? You working? All right, so just looking at rookie stats. Clyde Drexler started 3 games, played all 82, started 3 games, averaged 7.7 points, 2.9 boards, 1.9 assists, and 1.3 steals. It's fascinating. Look at his steal numbers just in this first few years. 1.3, 2.2, 2.6, 2.5, 2.5, 2.7, 2.0, 1.8. Man, that guy was great at defense. The best thing we can, Josh. Oh, show me that again. So who's gone next season, Bender or Keys? Well, I'll tell you, potentially both. A lot of people are saying Bender now. I still want to give him one more offseason. Truthfully, I'd kind of like to give them both one more offseason. But there's a chance I could see them both being gone. So Clyde Drexler, 7.7 points his rookie year. Josh Jackson, 12.8. Oh, and actually, you know what? Let's look at per 36 because I think, let's see, 25.2 minutes. See, okay, yeah, let's do per 36 because Clyde Drexler was playing about half the minutes that that Josh Jackson is. So per 36, Clyde Drexler averaged 16.1. Oh, nice. Best thing that happened with JJ is him to rise and start, booking TJ being out. Good call, DeAndre Ayton, D-Book and Jackson on the same team get. Holy crap! That's a big three. Really hoping he can develop and reach his full potential. Both of them. I really hope they both do it. They've got to spend so much time, 17 minutes a game. That's not going to do per 36. But that's I'm really, really, really hoping the Suns just put Dragon Bender and Marquise Chris. Again, I kind of hope they're both back, but force them to just become gym rats this summer. Like, they can't even take a day off. I mean, Marquise Chris cannot add weight in fat. I mean, he can't eat a single burger the whole offseason. He needs to just be eating kale and whatever else he needs to eat to just get some protein. And then just go out there and just work on his shooting, work on his post game. Same with Bender. I don't see any reason why at 21 those two players cannot take a step forward next year. Maybe they don't get a power forward in Aaron Gordon. Maybe because they get Ayton, they just stick with Marquise Chris. And I do think that maybe Chris can actually be a viable four. Especially if he can become a stretch four. And then, well, yeah, but here's the other thing. Not playing with Devin Booker. It's going to get. And that's the other thing. Then have Dragon Bender, again, just put on some weight. Needs to work on his shot. Needs to finally get that arch in there and keep that consistent. He needs to work on his post-up game. I think he's just timid because he's still just so young. He is playing for his future. Ulyss, that is. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to last. I mean, we'll see. If they draft a point guard, they still have Brandon Knight. They could still re-sign over Payton. Chances that, are they don't. But, I mean, if he's cheap, why not? Give it a look. He probably won't be. But if they could get him for $5 million and have him as a backup and maybe Ulyss is your third. But, I mean, a lot of people really do love Shaq. So, who knows? I mean, it's like they might actually have somewhat of a glut of mediocre point guards next year. I do think that Payton is first out. Suns have no future. Hello. Luka Doncic could be definitely if they don't get Ayton or Bags. Chris needs some competition. I think now that he has reason to play, he's doing a lot better. Possibly. I mean, I think his issue has always been mental. Shaq is better than Ulyss. Agreed, especially on defense. That record buzzer beater by Green pissed me off. I was at the Diamondbacks game. I wasn't able to watch it directly, but I saw the replay. It was fantastic. It was a great shot. They have to lose. So Payton gone, Len gone. Len is gone for sure, I think. Again, he might not get any offers, and Phoenix will be like, all right, we'll pay you $5 million to come back. But I like Ulyss, but he's defensive liability. He definitely is. Marvin B, D Book, and Josh Jackson could be nice. Yep. Although, again, I still want Ayton first. Let me go back to Clyde, but that's the thing. So you have Shaq 2.0 with, DeAndre Ayton. Although I would say I've always looked at him as Patrick Ewing. Some people have compared him to David Robinson. Again, some people have recently compared him to Shaq. I think that's a bit of an overstatement. Just based on size. Trade for Kevin get Ayton. Maybe. Who are you going to trade? D-backs, H. Wall to go. Let's go. D-backs, Marvin B is the new KG. That would be incredible, but Kevin Garnett didn't win a title until he had his wing, so we'll see. We still need a third. You think he will win? You think we will win one more game? I think there's a chance that they beat Sacramento, and if they beat Sacramento, there's a good chance they beat Dallas. They've swept Dallas so far, so I think there's a chance they could win 2 more. But so long as Memphis wins 1 more, then the Suns clinch the worst record in the league. KG did play defense. We got to see if Bags can do that. So real quick, I want to just talk about, so let's just say Ayton, Shaq 2.0, Booker, Kobe 2.0, and of course those are not direct comparisons, but just in terms of, I've always been a fan of a big and a wing. You get a big and Ayton, you've already got your wing, and you might have even 2 of them because you might have Josh Jackson, and that's the thing. Shaq and Kobe never had Clyde Drexler. So now, again, I mean, this is a metaphorical comp, but Clyde Drexler per 36 minutes his rookie year, 16.1 points. He shot 45.1% from the field. Josh Jackson per 13, 18.3 points, shot 42% from the field. So more points, but worse field goal percentage. Clyde Drexler shot 25% from 3, although he shot a total of 4 3-pointers made once, so that doesn't matter. Josh Jackson is shooting 26% from 3. So then rebounds. Josh Jackson's averaging 6.4 per 36. Clyde Drexler averaged 6.0 per 36. Assists, Clyde averaged 3.9 per 36. Josh Jackson is 2.2. Although Clyde Drexler was definitely more of a guard. What's going to happen with Dragon Bender? Again, I hope that they keep both Dragon Bender and Clyde and Marquise Chris. I'd like to give them 1 more year. I would trade them after next year if they're not working. I would dump them. Clyde Drexler, though, averaged 2.7 steals per 36. Josh Jackson's only averaging 1.4. Atlanta's gone, I believe. So I mean, just in terms of scoring, what made Clyde Drexler so fantastic was his all-around game. I mean, he averaged 8.4 assists in his third season, which was his career high. Still averaged 6.5 his fourth year. But again, he was more of a shooting guard, more of a distributor. Josh Jackson will never be like that with Devin Booker on the roster. But then, moreover, those are per 36, excuse me. He averaged, in terms of just direct assists, 8.0 in his third year, 6.9 the next year. Did average over 6 two more times. Do you think we'll sign Cannon? I doubt it. I doubt that we'll sign him because, again, you're gonna have Brandon Knight coming back. It's going great. Welcome aboard. Welcome back. You're going to have Brandon Knight coming back for sure. You might have Ulis. You might keep Shaq. I do apologize. It's like allergies making my eyes itch all of a sudden. And then there's a chance, of course, you draft a point guard. So let's just say the Suns do draft a point guard. You're probably going to keep Brandon Knight because you want to get Brandon Knight some play. He's only 26, so he could still be a very good point guard. And then your backup will be whoever you drafted. Plus, since you're not going to get likely the best available point guard because you're going to be drafting so high where one isn't going to be there, then you're going to want him to kind of learn from the bench. Which scenario would you rather have, Ayton and bring in a solid veteran point guard, or have both Bagley and Bamba? Ooh, good question. I'd rather have Ayton. Give me Ayton with a veteran point guard because I do want Snipes. I'm sorry, this is kind of awkward looking, but my eye is just all of a sudden wicked itchy. So this is why I got to do radios because nobody would be able to see me doing this. I hope that shy guy from Kentucky slips to Miami Bucks pick. Probably not. I think we draft Ayton or Bagley. I could see them still going Doncic. I mean, a lot of people are super, super, super high on Doncic. And then you've got your point guard. That backup 6'7" guards with Booker and Doncic would be huge. I mean, that'd be very good. They'd be impossible to defend. Future Suns coach is coaching right now. You're talking about Jay Triano. He's the Future Suns coach. Let's grab Ayton if possible. Oh, yeah, I would trade up for Ayton. If the Suns have the second pick, I throw the bank at whoever's got first. If they've got the third pick, I throw the bank. If they've got the fourth, I mean, I just do whatever I can. Oh, it's currently coaching. Oh, obviously I'm not watching the game. Yeah, Jet Wright is who I want for sure. How do we get Bamba and Bagley? That's a good question. Obviously, I'd have to trade. Yeah, Jay Wright I would absolutely love. I think I would rather re-sign Alfred and get Ayton. Yeah, see, I would. But again, you might not have to because you've got Brandon Knight coming back. But with our mid-round pick, I want Troy Brown, possibly. We need to pull a 76ers move and flip or pick if we fall. Yes, that's what I want. Who do you compare Luka to? I've compared Luka to Penny. I've compared Luka to Penny Hardaway. Not quite, neither of them were terribly athletic, but they can both pass, they can both shoot, and I love it. Whoever the Suns chose for the next coach, I want him to be defensive-minded. Jay Wright is what I want. Who should draft? So in order, I would say Ayton for sure, number 1, probably Luka number 2, and then Bags number 3, although I would not be shocked if they went Bags number 2 and Luka number 3. 60-point guard Troy Brown from Oregon. He's a sleeper this year. That'd be cool. I mean, again, I would take that kind of. A lot of people want Shy. I've been saying no to. Oh bloody hell! What's his name? When we draft Tony Carr, 31st overall. I cannot think of his name all of a sudden. The Suns need to draft a coach. Suns need to draft a coach. Not exactly sure how you do that. Real quick, we're 25 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet. Please let everybody know. Text everybody you got and say, hey, join us in this conversation. Valley of the Suns Live, the weekly edition. Okay, maybe we could hold Ayton captive during yeah, well, that's kind of what they did with Amari Stoudemire. And then obviously what they did with Josh Jackson. They didn't let anybody, interview with him. Okay, so we're still live over here. I just wanted to double check. Let's see. So real quick, Kemba and Ayton this summer. You heard it here first. Hey, I would take that. Again, but who are you going to trade for Kemba? That's the thing. I am thinking of Colin Sexton. I do not want Colin Sexton. Now, if the Suns could trade up for Trae Young, I'd actually love to give Trae Young a shot just because of his particular skill set. Colin Sexton just seems he's too much like Eric Bledsoe. And I called Eric Bledsoe that comp months ago, and then I know like NBADraft.net, I believe, has his comp to Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, and I don't like that at all. I do not want another Eric Bledsoe, that kind of a point guard. I was a big fan of Bledsoe here because I just thought he was a good guy. But by the way, NBADraft.net, their mock draft, they've got Ayton going number 1 to the Suns. Please. They've got Bags going number 2 to Memphis. They've got Michael Porter going number 3 to Atlanta. Who's the biggest? Aaron Gordon. Oh, that's my dream, Jergens. That is absolutely my dream. Who's the biggest bust in this year's draft? Probably Colin Sexton. Aiden keeps playing with my emotions. Where he's on social media. Oh, dude, play him. I want him so bad. If the Suns get the first overall, I'm gonna be doing a draft. Don't worry, I'm doing a draft show. That's already in the works. Don't worry about that. I'm doing a live draft show. I did it last year. I did the entire first round, and then I did for their next picks. So that will definitely happen again this year. So they've got Atlanta taking Michael Porter, which could be a reach. Bamba going number 4 to Orlando, which would be interesting because they just took Jonathan Isaacs. Then Luka slips to Dallas, 5th overall. And I swear, if that happens, if they slip to Dallas, no chance Porter over Doncic. I agree, but I mean, I suppose you never know. We were acting the draft together. Well, it's going to be live on here, yeah. I'm going to be live streaming it, same as last year, for sure. Draft lottery stream? Yep. Then when we drop to 4, we can let a like on the chat. Yep. Hopefully we're actually just cheering, thinking about Shaq 2.0 and DeAndre Ayton. Then Jaren Jackson Jr. going number 6 to Sacramento. Booker, Troy Brown, Jackson, Aaron Gordon, Ayton. Boy, I would love that. Does Ayton want to play for the Suns? He said he would love to. Are we going to have a draft night Periscope chat? Would be super cool. yes, absolutely. No, that's the thing. I'm doing a live one for sure. It's going to be a live on location too, so I'll tell you guys where that's going to be if people want to come out. And, it's going to be me and a partner, but, we'll definitely be there. You can watch us live too if you'd like. Have some drinks. Then Trae Young again slips to 7. So that's the thing. I mean, if the draft lines up where Luka Doncic is available at 5 and Trae Young is available at 7, I would seriously try to trade up and get one of those guys. I would love Luka. It would be fun. How can I listen to you and Burns and Campbell at the same time? I'm not sure. Because they're great. Don't get me wrong. I would be listening to them if I wasn't doing a show. Draft lotteries next month. Yes, I have it. Trae Young is going to New York. Well, that'd be 9, so he might be gone. Is May 15th the draft lottery? It's the playoffs. When is the NBA draft lottery 2018? Anybody know the date? I'm looking it up. If we can't get Ayton or Doncic because we get 3 or 4, we like Jaren Jackson Jr. Thoughts? A lot of people would. A lot of people would. I mean, if we can't get Ayton, Doncic, or Bags, then, I'd be okay with Bamba. It's just Bamba, though. My problem with him is just a prospect. My birthday is May 17th. If I ever get an event, will you get me a present? Are you over 21? I might buy you beer. I really don't know. Sorry, I can't remember. Okay, so this is 2018. The Women's Draft Lottery. Take center save May 15th. Okay, so it looks like May 15th. So that is it. I better hear Mark Tatum will say the number 1 draft pick because the Phoenix Suns. I know, right? Yeah, so it's May 15th. I know somebody said that. I think somebody said the 17th or 15th. Bags and Ice Boy need a center back. Get DeAndre Ayton. I would seriously. Okay, perfect. We can work something out. It's a family joint too, so I mean, I'm not taking anybody to some dive bar where it's a little sketch. It's just a cool family joint nearby that I love. Ayton is the most NBA ready. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. No problem if we get him. We're screwed. Well, again, we're not screwed. It's just he's so much of a prospect. So it's like now we've got, now you've got another Bender, you've got another Chris kind of thing. So it's just like a lot of people think that he's got the best upside. But again, I mean, it's just I'm just praying for top 3. I think we should draft back up top 5, draft MPJ or Bamba. Well, I mean, I wouldn't trade back. What are you going to trade for? I mean, I would just take the best available, especially if your first 3 is Ayton, Bags, and Doncic. I mean, it's like you want one of those guys. By the way, we are now 30 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please text everybody, make some phone calls, whatever you got to do. Shoot out an email. Hey, Valley of the Suns Live. If you're still at work, text your, inner office message. We're talking right now. We're talking the draft. We talked about Robert Sarver selling the Suns. We talked about the magic number being 3. Bama's more polished. Yeah, he is, but he's still going to be a prospect. We're talking about Ayton and Booker being Shaq and Kobe 2.0. Oh, I forgot. I had some stats up for you guys that I know you'll love. So I talked about last week that over the last 9 games, Elfrid Payton was shooting 9% from 3. I have some good news. That stat has gone up. Elfrid Payton, over his last 17 games, is now shooting 14%. So there we go. Elfrid Payton shooting 14% from 3. He is your starting point guard. Yeah. 9.1. Yep. So, actually, oops, let me get rid of this. Let's go. So he hasn't obviously played since it's been a week, but Mansky talking about the service on the team. You're full. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. His last 9 played games, he is shooting. Okay. Actually, duh. So he hasn't played since the last show. I didn't realize that. Because here. Oh, I know. You know what I missed? Talking a lot. I think it's possible the Bucks pick doesn't convey. Well, again, that's okay if the Bucks pick doesn't convey, in my opinion. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world because it saves. Next year, it can still be. No, I don't think they rule that out until. I don't think they rule it out. I'll bet you Booker comes back for a game or two if they can clinch the worst record. If Memphis wins one more game and the Suns lose the next two, I'll bet all of a sudden he plays the last three. A lot of people kind of hope that. And actually, let me go to NBA.com. I want to check some scores real quick for you. Suns having one of the worst 3-point percent. Oh, I've got that stat up too. Believe me, I've been looking at all this. So this year, the Suns are shooting 33.9% from three, which is 28th overall in the league. 28th overall in the league. The Suns are shooting 33%. And actually, let's see. Can I get full stats here? Hopefully, Book plays against Golden State at least once. It would be the second to last game. Man, why can't Ulis be good all year? Because he's not that good in general. The big one was Memphis second of this week. That's true. So the mid-round guys this year on bench. You never know. I liked watching Clay v. Book. Agreed. Who's behind us? Nobody. Or ahead of behind us? It's Memphis is directly behind. Ooh, David Aldridge has a big board for guards. Let's see how he's got this lined up. Keep losing. Yeah. Well, again, I think if they lock it up, then he plays. I'll bet you anything that all of a sudden he and T.J. Warren both come back if they lock up the first overall pick. Or it's not the first overall pick, excuse me, but the worst record. Hard to think we lose. And Orlando is 30th. I think DeAndre Gilgeous, I can never pronounce his name correctly. Memphis is the first time. I start trade 1, let Peyton and Len go, draft 8 and try to get a 4, maybe Cart. Yeah, would be nice, but a team like Atlanta will still grab him. Still grab who? Luka Doncic? Why isn't Tuesday? Oh, it's a day ahead. That's weird. Oh, really? The NBA doesn't have any games today? Was there a reason for that? I didn't realize there was no. Oh, is it Shea? Oh, what do I know? I really had no clue. We actually have a shot at number 1. Oh, yeah. Well, the Suns have a 25% shot at number 1. Trade pick 15 or 16 to Knicks and get Frank. Yeah, if they want to trade him. But again, they talked about trading him this year. Lonzo to LA, LeBron to Cleveland, 8 and Phoenix. Would love that. NCAA, National Championship is why there's no game. Oh, is that why? Okay, because of the college. No glory franchise, but no glory franchise. Glory franchise is better than Suns to rig it for. Oh, agreed. Especially in the top right now. It's like nobody cares about Atlanta, nobody cares about Memphis. Nobody cares about Sacramento. DeAndre needs to skip workouts so he can just be with the Suns. They got to get the number 1 pick. Watch Cleveland get the number 1 pick again. Oh, I know. Believe me, that's the one thing that I am worried about is that it's Cleveland because of freaking Brooklyn. You know, Orlando, it's like, can you really give Orlando another center? They had Shaq. They had, why am I drawing a blank? 2014 draft was so great. Oh, they've raked several of them. Yeah, I'm just imagine if Ayton somehow made it to Orlando. Ugh. No, you know, the NBA, I'm sure, doesn't really care about Memphis, Dallas, Sacramento. Of course, the Lakers could jump up. Dwight Howard, thank you, yeah. Atlanta, nobody cares. Orlando, it's like once again, like NBA rigs the draft to pair Booker and Ayton. See, that would be fantastic. That would sell. Worst team has only won the lottery 6 times since 1985. Ugh. Yep, if Orlando gets someone on, they take Doncic. Well, I mean, I want Ayton in the worst way. I just want Ayton in the worst way. I really don't care what order the toothpick guy is going to screw us over. The toothpick guy? What are you talking about? Who's the toothpick guy? Sorry. I've got kind of stuff blocking my screen, so I have to kind of duck every once in a while. The NBA did the ultimate rig job in the 90s when they moved up from like 11, yeah, to number 1. Was that Orlando? Was that when Orlando did that in 94? Adam Silver. Is that what that was? Can we bring back the envelopes and freeze the Suns once David Stern can pick? Yeah, it was Orlando in 94. That's what correct? I mean, wasn't it? That was obviously the penny draft. I just want to see maybe draft lottery history, especially if server. Not 94, 93. Sorry, because Shaq was 92. I was off by a year. Shaq was 92. Yes. Okay, so where's Orlando? There we go. They went up 10 spots. They had a 1.52 chance of winning. 1.52. Dallas had the worst record. They were 11-71. They slid to 4th. 11-71, and they picked 4th. So number 1 overall pick. Aiton is the good call. Aiton is the best call. Just, you know, we're about 40 minutes in. Please heart, please like, please retweet. You can still text, call people, and just be like, yo, what's up, Valley of the Suns Live for another 20 minutes. I'll probably do a little overtime. I'll usually do. Yes, Orlando was 11th, at the 11th best odds. They jump up to number 1. Dallas, with a 41-41 record, they were able to take Penny. Dallas had an 11-71 record. They slipped to 4th. Obviously, Orlando took Chris Webber. Philadelphia took Sean Bradley. Golden State took Penny. Then they flipped Chris for Penny. Then Dallas, with the 11-41 record, took Jamal Mashburn. Then Jarrett Ryder, Calbert Chaney, Bobby Hurley, Vin Baker, Rodney Rogers, Lindsey Hunter, and Allen Houston rounded up the top 11. I prefer onion rings, but I usually go French fries just because, why not? How can you go wrong with French fries? So, you know, I also did want to talk about, I want to know from your guys' perspective, what do you think it would take for the Suns to become a playoff team next year? I've got a pop-up ad that won't go away. Hope the Suns get robbed again. I know. But I'm like, so what do you think it would take? So Tyson Channel this week said that the Suns could be a playoff team next year, which of course is possible. You draft DeAndre Ayton, boom, that helps. You know, you go sign Tyreek Evans, who I want, boom, that helps. You bring back Brandon Knight, boom, that helps. You know, if you could steal a power forward, you know, yeah, round up some, I mean, like, or Kemba would be great. Aaron Gordon, like, if you could steal Aaron Gordon, you know, that's the other thing, is I would love for them to go after him. Chandler should be traded to Houston. That would be cool, actually, to see if he could go win a title with Houston next year. And a decent pair for Booker in the backcourt. Again, Brandon Knight, he's a restricted free agent. So that's the other thing. If, let's say, for the sake of argument, LeBron goes to L.A., Julius Randle at that point might become expendable. And who would you rather, Julius Randle or Aaron Gordon? A lot of people say Jabari Parker. I do think that Milwaukee keeps Jabari Parker. They're, you know, what's their record right now? That game. I totally spaced on that. So they are 41-36 right now. I mean, it's like, I think you want Jabari Parker. If you're Milwaukee, better shut around with it. It's very possible. At 41-36, it's very possible that Julius Randle is the better choice, but it depends on what the Lakers do. I mean, if they go after LeBron, you know, maybe trade LA, the Bucks pick for it, if conveys for him, I'd be definitely okay with that. Aaron Gordon over anybody at power forward other than Porzingis. Well, yeah, I would take Porzingis in a heartbeat. I think Milwaukee is capped out. They won't be able to give Parker max. I don't know if he would get the max from anybody. I mean, he's still coming off of the ACL. You know, that's still a very risky signing, in my opinion. I mean, is he worth 12, 15 in the current NBA? Sure, but I mean, I don't know if he's a max. Anthony Davis, never mind, with Porzingis better than Gordon. Yeah, well, Anthony Davis too, but he's not going anywhere. Aaron Gordon would want to come here if we get DeAndre. I would agree. I would kind of hope that he would want to come here no matter